So, finally down to the last animatronic.
But wait, shouldn't you be exacting your rage on other things?
What do you mean?
What about that guy over there?
Wait, whoa, guys. I'm just the reviewer here.
But wait, that's what they all say.
Okay, I'm sorry I put you back in the box. Just stay away. Stay away. Hey, man, just with super important reviews. My name's Steve.
My name is Arnes.
And today I'll be going over the Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Wave 2 Nightmarionne. I've been calling him Nightmarionette for this entire time. I'm probably still going to call it Nightmarionette because that's just what I call him.
It's easier on us.
Also, you may notice that it is totally disassembled sitting there on the shelf right now because that's how you get it out of the packaging, which you have to buy the entire set of Five Nights at Freddy's minus the exclusives for the new wave in order to get Nightmarionne. So what this video is going to be is just us pretty much assembling it and seeing if it's actually worth picking up the entire set just for Nightmarionne.
Let's do this.
So to be able to acquire Nightmarionne, you have to buy Chica for the body, you need to purchase Freddy and Bonnie for the legs, and then Nightmare and Funtime Foxy in order to have the arms. Now when assembling it, the way that I remember it is for the arms, you want the bend coming upwards. So when you're looking at it straight, it should fold up a little bit, and then you just attach it onto the ball joint here, which is really, really stiff. It has gotten easier over time with me popping these joints off repeatedly. Pretty much just stick them onto the ball joints here, and just be a little bit careful not to snap anything, because you want to try to get it to go on straight into the joint. But it's a little bit hard, and I kind of got to work the joint a little bit in order to get it to stay on properly. Because you can even see it's still not fully onto that joint as much as I'd like to, and it's popping off still pretty easy.
Push it, Steve.
Push it real good. And then for the legs, this one is going to be for the right leg because the kneecap is billowing outward. So the same thing, you just go to stick it onto the ball joint.
And struggle.
Yep. Because they updated the joints on this guy too. There we go.
Struggle is real, people.
Do the same for the other side. Okay, so now that we have Nightmarionne fully assembled.
He doesn't stand.
Yeah, no, he doesn't stand at all.
Sounds like you need some sticky tack.
I don't even think that'd help him because you have to sticky tack literally the feet and then he's still just... It's gonna faceplant all the time. One way to combat this is you just have him like hugging another animatronic and then he'll stay upwards. That, or what I like to do, is spin his legs around.
God, that's creepy. Stop it, Steve.
And then I kind of set him up like spider pose. So then he's just like chasing after people. That's what I like to do. Because just by himself, he's pretty much worthless standing on your shelf. But coming in for a closer look at his details. And for his head sculpt, my lights are definitely reflecting very well off of his white shine and overall black glossy body. Except for his head. It's not all the way glossy. You notice that?
Weird.
Yeah, because for his, pretty much the rest of the figure is done in a very nice glossy coat over top of it, while the head is pretty bland in comparison.
That is weird.
But for the front section, I love his little white mask and how the black here kind of gives him that expression like he's crying. But you can still see part of the animatronic sticking through the eyes where the pupils are white. And he has some little sharp teeth that are also done in the same color scheme as his mask. Then for his body, very Slender Man-ish. Pretty much he's like, that's really all this guy is. He's like the Slender Man of the Five Nights at Freddy's community. At least in terms of appearance.
Who's Slender Man, Steve?
Really? You don't know Slenderman?
No, I don't know Slender Man.
Then moving down to his body, you'll see that he does have some ribs. Also, the figure really blends into my background. But he's got some ribs on there, very slender abdomen.
Does he have a tramp stamp?
What?
Bring it around. He has a tramp stamp.
Oh, I got you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, he has some copyright information on his booty, so you know where he came from, who he's owned by.
I'm sorry, Steve. I couldn't help myself.
Anyways, we gotta fill some time with this video. For his arms are pretty cool though. Where they're very skinny, and then it kind of twists around like a Twizzlers. Like I look like it's like a piece of licorice I can start peeling apart and start munching on.
I hope it's the Phil Twizzlers. They're delicious.
Well, it's going to be black licorice, I imagine, which is disgusting.
Never mind, lost my interest.
Disgusting. I don't care what anybody says. But yes, for his fingers, they don't really separate very well. They're not articulated, but they're just kind of there for his little fingers.
Oh, I figure he needs the chopsticks, you know, to eat.
Yeah, just kind of pinches everything together, whatever he's munching on. Again, this one doesn't like to go on all the way.
Crazy glue.
But then it won't articulate.
Like it does now, it just falls off, Steve.
Touche. Touche. Then for his legs are done the same kind of spiral that you've seen on the arms, but he does have a little bit of a separating section here for his kneecaps, and no feet, which is really, really odd to see.
You would think they would like separate the legs like they did with the fingers, you know, so at least like you can separate them, stand them on there.
Yeah, or even just gave him like a little platform to stand on, which is really the biggest complaint I have, other than if the stuff would stay in a little bit better. I actually think I would really love his articulation, though. Because for his head, can rotate all the way around. And then for his arms, can swivel back and forth.
Oh, that's not bad.
Go up about that far, down about that far. And then rotates all the way around. So you actually get a lot of play here. Which is really cool. It's just this arm, not so much. Nothing at the waist. But his legs can rotate all the way around. And then these two have a wide range of motion, so you got a lot of play here at the top part of the hip here, or the thigh, and then nothing at the lower part of the leg. So it's pretty much all your articulations right here, and here in the shoulders, and then the head rotation. So even though it's very limited, you still have actually a wide range of motion. It's just, again, it doesn't help having the articulation if he can't stand on his own, which is why he's going to be pretty much spider posed on my shelf. Here's Nightmarionne hugging Nightmare Chica from the new Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Wave, and also standing next to the Nightmare Freddy and Bonnie. Here's Nightmarionne hugging the original Bonnie from the Five Nights at Freddy's series with normal Freddy and Golden Freddy. Here's right next to the plushy marionette. Yeah, that was a chore just to get him to be up there just for that little section. And here is hugging Rei Ayanami from the Sega Godzilla vs. Evangelion line. So overall with the Nightmarionne figure, what do you think of it, Arnes?
He looks weird. Like in a good way, I like him. It's just, he's kind of plain.
Yeah, I had really hard time with this figure, because like, it's probably easily the scariest looking of all the animatronics because of its very slender appearance on the mask. But with it not being able to stand by itself and the articulation being kind of cool, but yet everything pops off really easy. And it's just, to me, not nearly as good as the Springtrap we got from the last set.
Yeah, like if I have to choose between him or Springtrap, Springtrap definitely wins, you know?
Yeah, I feel like they probably should have just went with something else and maybe even just made this figure its own release, because then it probably would have better articulation. And maybe could have just gave us like Nightmare Balloon Boy or something, which I would have definitely way more appreciated. Or even Nightmare Mangle would have been cool to see.
Oh yeah, so many different choices they could have made.
So if you guys are planning on picking up the entire set because you really want Nightmarionne, that I can't really condone, because the standard figures in the set are just way better than what this is, which makes this figure very lackluster because you have to go out of your way in order to make this figure. And to me, it's just not worth your time and investment. But what do you guys think of the Nightmarionne figure? What's your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's video game? Or is Evangelion just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. We'll closer picture of this guy on our website if you want to click the link in the description below. And this is the final review, so there won't be any reviews in advance on the website, but go check it out anyways.
Yeah.
We also have a Patreon account if you guys would like to help support the channel. Also, link in the description below. Then there is a figure review that you want to have happen right now, because I do kind of want to get to doing some requests in the near future, but if there's something you really want to see immediately, definitely go check out our Patreon account for options. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today, and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Again? You're making me wait?
Bye.
Thanks. Jeez, man.